Shift Kitchen and Bar.
Shift Kitchen and Bar is a full-service restaurant located in Flagstaff, Arizona. We like to say that we are approachable fine dining restaurant, and we change our menu pretty often. So I would say once a month we change a dish or two. The shared plates atmosphere here is more meant for a community style eating. Shift is really focused on utilizing as many local ingredients as we can as a norm instead of as a selling point. But the one dish that we are known for are the pickled fries. They're like a malt vinegar chip. Once you try them, it's hard to go back from original fries. Being a woman in this industry, it's extremely important to me to have a strong female presence in the restaurant. Chef Christian stands out because her food has this comfort. She comes from Virginia. She has the comfort of that Southern charm, but she has a little bit of refined practices. Finding out about Chef Christian's James Beard nomination was very surreal, and I just can't express the pride and how proud I am of her. Our cocktail program is headed by our general manager, Caitlin Wood. She is incredibly creative. The cocktail program rotates as well. About 500 wine selections, all ranging in price and all ranging in varietal. Shift is really focused on the community, and I think that's what makes Shift so successful, and that's how I can go home and lay down and feel proud, because we have quite a local following.
So Randy, what do you like about Shift?
I like going to some place that you never know what you're going to find. And that you can't always find in Flagstaff. So I'm kind of a cocktail guy stuck in a beer town. So whenever I show up, they know pickled French fries and a Manhattan.
Pickled French fries.
Pickled French fries.
Tell me about those.
They are just brine in a pickling solution for a little while. And then what makes them so exceptional, besides that little bit of tang, is they are just cooked perfectly. Crisp on the outside, creamy on the inside, and have two really good dipping sauces.
Well, that sounds awesome. So what do you start with besides the Manhattan?
So the thing about Shift is besides you'll have French fries and you'll have a burger. Other than that, you'll never know what's on the menu. It changes relatively frequently.
So those don't change?
Nice. Those are always on. And the way their menu's organized, it's not, they have some appetizers, but they also have shares. The original part of the appetizers, I think we all had these artichoke Rockefellers.
Oh, so did you have those?
Yeah,
Oh
they're
my gosh.
excellent.
Really?
So good.
They really played around with the idea of a Rockefeller, and they're just the heart, and they're dusted with, you know what the...
It was a little Chilean sea salt.
Yeah, everybody loved it.
Well, then
Yeah.
the creamy spinach loveliness on top, right, with the Rockefellers.
We had the artichokes also, but then we also ordered the lamb tartare and had that as a appetizer, and that was, I was just telling Pam, it was like meat butter in your mouth.
Meat butter. Oh my
Just
gosh, I'm
melt.
taking that one, meat butter. So it was really buttery. What is the seasoning on the lamb tartare?
They don't do too much of a seasoning. It does come with a little side of some sauces, but
Okay.
then they, on top of it, they put a sprinkling of cilantro,
Cilantro.
which made it really special.
Yeah, I picked up, we did the same thing, and I gotta tell you, that was the surprise hit for everybody at the table. It went around and it was gone like that.
Okay, now you're teed up. Tell me about your appetizers.
Well, artichokes are my go-to.
Okay.
I'm always going to order them if they're on the menu. And this one was especially good. The artichoke, of course, was done perfectly creamy and yummy. And then the topping was a heavy breadcrumb with lots of butter and the habanero salt. And it was just so perfect.
Where'd you go next? What was the main?
I would say the next really big star was the bison. Best bison I've ever had.
Oh, cool.
It was tender with just the right tooth, so it had just the right chewiness, and that was absolutely perfectly cooked. You know, you cut it in half and you can just see exactly how well it's done.
It's like beef, only
Even.
better right? when it's done well, right? You're
It
nodding
really
too,
was.
Randy.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Did you like the mole? Because I think that it was.
I love mole,
Yeah.
and that was such a good mole on there.
It really was. I thought
Yeah.
it was.
And I picked up from you, you had some guests, because you went with a ton of people, what, 14,
I
15
did. Well,
people?
I like everything, so I need to bring people who are more. I'm like, just give me food. It's good, good, good.
Yeah.
So I have to bring other opinions around, and that allows us to taste everything. But that's what Shift does. It's like they're fearless in the kitchen.
Yeah.
They're gonna make stuff and they're gonna bring it out, and that keeps me coming back. And
Well, I think fearless might be the real word for this place, right? It really is innovative, fearless. They're willing to stretch a little bit, but in a very positive way. Incredibly talented chef, James Beard, recognized as chef's amazing. So, Randy, this is your place. What did you have for your entree?
well, you know, I think a pork chop is one of the hardest things to cook, and they had a pork chop Milanese, which was thick. A lot of times Milanese is
Yeah, it's
thinner, but
pounded
it was
out.
thick and lightly crusted. And I'm like, okay, how did you guys pull this off? It was unbelievably tender. And then they had a salad mix on the top. Oh, I think it was arugula, so it was bright and peppery and
Ooh,
crisp. And you had
balanced.
this unctuous pork chop, and so they absolutely killed it with that.
Laura, what did you have?
Also the bison, which was exactly as Pam described it. It was absolutely perfect.
Did you have anything for dessert?
The corn flan was that. Did you have that too?
Oh my gosh, what a surprise!
Well, it was a
It's like,
surprise.
yeah, corn flan.
But they put this berry topping on it, and then they had peach with it.
Everyone's nodding.
It was very sweet.
That was the one with the tapache peaches, right? The
Oh, right.
partially fermented
Oh,
peaches.
those are cool.
And those little
Interesting.
meringues, so you got that
Little
little,
puff, little
yeah.
texture.
So against flan, which that texture, but you got these
Citrus
crunchy
meringues.
little,
Right.
citrus meringues, which are
You also had the rice pudding. Tell me about that.
well, it's an interesting mix because you think of rice pudding as kind of a creamy dish, but it's actually I'm trying to think, it was a baklava.
Yes, it was
yeah.
baklava, that's
so
right.
you have the creamy rice pudding texture, but it's kind of on a better baklava crunchiness. So rice pudding would be kind of boring, but they just took it to another level.
All right, so this is the time where we do the one word or one sentence takeaway, the pro tip from Shift. So since Randy, it's your place, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I would say that the pro tip is to trust the kitchen. Like, take chances, order things you would not normally eat because you're gonna love it. They do everything right.
Cool, thank you. Laura?
I would say make a reservation because it's very popular and it can be hard to get into.
Okay. Pamela?
I'd say bring all your favorite foodie friends, as many as you can, and try everything on the menu. It's so much fun. I love small plates, and I love doing lots and lots of different tastes.
So we're taking that from Randy. He brings everybody. Flagstaff, come with me, I'm eating. If you want to visit Shift Kitchen and Bar, they're located at 107 North San Francisco Street. An average meal costs about $50, and they do take reservations.